Hello there. You've just joined me. That sounds like it's an advert. You've just joined me after I finished editing this episode of the podcast. It was very funny. I've done much laughing to myself. I really hope you enjoy it. But before you enjoy it, let's talk about just the things that I could possibly sell to you, because I had a nightmare last night where I was going on tour and I forgot my cymbals. So it was very stressful. And luckily I woke up and realised there's still a global pandemic and actually I'm an unemployed man. So what you could do to help me is you could go down to the Patreon, www.patreon.com/the Downbeat, and you could give me £1. It's literally just a fucking pound. What do you get? Well, you might have heard this episode early, or you may even be listening to this episode early. Sometimes you might get a bit of discount on, not discount, I'm never going to give you fucking discount. But because I already make them cheap, not because I'm a cheap skate. But you might get early access to the Downbeat clothing line, which is www.thedownbe.at. And there's good clothes there. Maybe if there's any, you could get some. But if there isn't, the Patreon's fine. And if not, then yeah, I guess you are just fucking getting this content for free, and you deserve it for free. Of course, if you can't afford it or you just don't want to, I don't really care. I was just doing a funny bit, guys. I'm fucking on one today. I just re-listened to this podcast and it made me laugh so much that I'm in a good mood. And I was, prior to this, in a bad mood. My guest this week is Ali Dean. Alex Dean is his real name. We go into that a little bit. From Architects, he plays bass and I guess the synth now in Architects. He's one of my best friends in the whole world. I feel like bassists are often underrated, even more so than drummers in the public eye. He's usually quite a private person. There you go. Well done, professional podcaster. He's usually quite a private person, so it's quite nice for everyone to hear how funny and lovely he is. He's got very kind eyes, like a cow. Is our Ali. What do we talk about? We tried to talk about the album, but I'll be honest with you. Their album is called For Those That Wish to Exist, and it's out on February the 26th, which might actually be today. I don't know. But yeah, that. If you want to hear about that, listen to the Sam episode. We talked a little bit about that, but we mainly just caught up because we haven't spoken in a while. It was really just a good chat between friends. I hope it comes across as good as it was for me. In fact, I don't actually give a shit. I don't care, guys. You want to fucking listen to it? Listen to it. It's Alex Dean on the Downbeat podcast. How are you?
I'm okay.
I've been looking forward to this all day.
Yeah, I've been looking forward to this since you slid into my DMs about, 10 days ago? I mean, we've been talking about doing it for a little while, and the time has finally come. But
the problem with your band is you're so big now that everything needs to be planned. Like, we could have done this ages ago, but really, I need the clout of you having an album coming out, and then that's also a way that we can sort of justify it.
Yeah, it's got a mixed incentive here, isn't it? We got some promotion, we got some friendship, we got some catching up.
For me, it's 100% friendship and catching up, and then at some point I'll talk about the album.
I mean, you've got literally the worst member of the band to talk about the album, but.
Well, here's the thing. I've already talked about the album.
You've done the press.
So I don't give a fuck. I've done my press with your album.
You've done the press with Famous Singing Man.
Yeah, and he was so professional on this one. He's really stepped his press game up.
He does it a lot.
When I was like going off on tangents, he'd be like, ha ha ha, yeah, and bring it straight back.
Back to the album, baby.
Straight back to the album. Yeah, I mean, when we were in the studio, it was like, whoa. Colour me impressed.
Yeah, I mean, him and Dan. I'm in a group, sort of. I'm a bit of a charity case in that group because it's sort of our day-to-day manager group, and it's like, okay, Dan and Sam, you've got this interview at this time, and then Sam, you've got this one at this time, and then Dan, can you do this one? And they're doing a lot, but I'm not offended. I'm the fucking bass player, so I don't give a shit.
I mean, excuse me for a second.
What you got there?
I'm glad you asked, Ali. I've got a lovely, I've got a lovely can of Faith by Northern Monk. It's a 5.4% hazy pale ale, and it's really great.
Well, I have.
Oh, I was wondering if you were some dry February loser.
I did 12 days of dry January, and then that Tottenham Marine game happened, and it was too big an occasion for me to not crack a fucking cold one for.
Do you want to know how many days I did?
I know you did one day,
which was January the 1st.
Yeah,
because I was hungover.
You said you didn't want a raw dog this January, and
I don't want to.
I get that.
I don't want a raw dog this year until that vaccine's rolled out, baby.
Yeah.
And what I've done, in fact, I did 2 days because I did January the 1st due to raging hangover. And then actually about halfway through January, I did just a check. Like, can I go a day? And I could. So it was fine. So yeah, I'm not raw dogging that. I'm not talking about the fucking album. I want to talk. Number one, the first thing I want to talk about is that lovely moustache.
Yeah. The morning I shaved it in, I got a FaceTime from Dan, and I forgot I had it, and we were both very alarmed. But I shaved it in because I just got sick of looking at the same face every day.
Just what, in lockdown? Just bored.
Yeah, because I live by myself. So
Do you?
Yeah, I only see my my bubble.
Who's in your bubble?
So my bubble is Lloyd and Murray.
That's a nice bubble.
For the people that don't know them, Lloyd is a very dear friend of the band's, and he is a very talented artist. He's an illustrator.
Lloyd Stratton. He did
Lloyd Stratton.
Conor McGregor's fucking whiskey.
He did Conor McGregor's whiskey.
Notable illustrations to his name.
That is the jewel in the crown of the Stratton Empire, that illustration, I think.
Does he get free whiskey?
No.
No? Big Conor not giving him any sort of perk?
I think there's basically zero lines of communication between Stratton and McGregor.
He's not getting Conor McGregor at gmail.com.
He's not got.
I was about to do an Irish voice, and I thought, one, unacceptable. Two, might beat me up. And it was going to be a really high pitched one as well. So let's move on from that. Skirt around that one. Anyway, then Murray. No, go on, keep.
Yeah,
keep
no
on
free
Lloyd
whiskey
then.
for Lloyd, unfortunately.
No free whiskey.
No. And then Murray is from popular rock and roll band The Excerpts.
The Excerpts, popular Scottish man.
He's 100% a popular Scottish man.
He's got such a. Is he from Edinburgh? He's not from Glasgow, is he?
Aberdeen.
Aberdeen, yeah. So he's got one of those like newsreader, a man was killed today voices. Do you know what I mean? He's not got like a Glasgow.
He's got like posh Scottish.
He's got a wee man. I can do this one, guys, because my parents are Scottish and I live in Scotland.
Yeah,
a wee man was
your
killed today in the Clyde. No, that's fucking horrible.
We'll let him review that.
Jesus Christ. Oh, it's going well.
That's my bubble. It's Lloyd and Murray, and I see them probably once or twice a week. I had them over for the Jimmy World Futures live stream the other night, where Murray finished his dry January.
Are you allowed? So, I don't think we're allowed bubbles up here. I think bubbles stopped.
What, even for the loners?
Oh, it's a loner thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
They give you one little lifeline so you can.
I hope you get on with them.
Yeah. Okay, everyone pick. So those two live together.
They live together.
So you get two for the price of one in your bubble there.
Yeah, I don't know how Sam really feels about it because he's my other local nearest and dearest, and him and Abby could have been my bubble, but I elected the party boys.
I mean, you've got.
I was going to get way more, party time out of them too. I think Sam was doing fucking Dry January.
Sam
bubble.
Sam was so into Dry January. I'm very impressed. It actually made me feel bad though for myself, because I'd see all these people like, Dry January, and then I'm like posting a beer every day. Like, that's why I had to do the check. I was like, can I do this? Nah, I can do this. Double checked. Everything fine? Yep. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Back to seeing out the pandemic.
If you managed Dry January, then fair play, because that was like expert level difficulty Dry January. I got 12 days and fell apart.
That's real, like, you got to have some sand to get through a 2020 Dry January.
And it was a long January.
It was long.
Eternal.
Nothing is good.
Bad news every day.
Every single day.
More people dying today. Oh, another record. Okay, yeah, good. I'll just sit with that sober. Okay.
Completely fucking stone cold. No, thanks. Not tonight, babe. I want to watch the news completely sober. I want to see how many people are dead.
I mean, I do that like basically all day. I do the audio version of doom scrolling. Like, I wake up in the morning, get the kettle on. LBC, what have you got for me? And it's
really
just fucking
straight in on pain.
I go straight in on news, and then I usually follow that up with some Always Sunny to sort of take the edge off.
That is a real nice sort of.
I've only just started watching that show. It's completely insane.
When did you get into it?
I tried watching it like a year ago or something, and the first
series sucks.
Yeah, it's a grind, and I just wasn't doing it at the time. But I'm now, multiple episodes a day. It's the fucking funniest show in the world.
Have you done it? Have you finished it yet?
No, season 5 now. So I've got a lot of.
Have you got to is season 5 the Dennis system? You haven't even got to the Dennis system.
No.
Yet. Oh my god! Have you got to the gang buys a boat?
No, the last like notable episode that has sort of struck me was the glory hole episode, and when Dennis discovers the glory hole, I was literally dying.
Dennis
so funny.
Dennis gets so unbelievably. I'll say worse, but like it's funnier. It's crazy. I think season 5 has from season 5 onwards, when he just he's starting to get real weird now. In the later series, he is just unhinged. It's fantastic.
Yeah, I've got so much to watch.
If I have a son, their middle name is going to be Dennis.
Nice.
It'd be nice, wouldn't it? Even if I have a daughter. Philippa Dennis Reynolds. I don't know where Philippa came from. Philippa, little baby Philippa. Why is that the first female name I'm coming up with?
Well, you got to roll with that now.
I can't even think.
Pippa.
Who's the famous Pippa? Pippa Reynolds.
Little Pippa Reynolds.
That's
Pippa
more
Dennis.
of like that sounds like I've got like a chipmunk for a child. Little Pippa. Anyway, so after you've doom scrolled and you've watched Always Sunny, what's next on Ali Dean's agenda?
There'll usually be some sort of architects related thing to weigh in on or something to do.
Go on, give me an example. Give the fan.
Oh, I want to know about Sam. I want to know more about Sam. Why did you cut your hair, Sam, in 2010?
I mean, the good thing about that kind of thing is I am pretty quiet on the internet, so I don't really see this like backlash of why aren't you doing it? The hair one is a niche example.
That's very
from
old.
A while ago. It's a vintage Sam complaint, but the general backlash. Why are you releasing this song that you guys obviously like? Otherwise, you wouldn't have put it out. Why is it not exactly what I want to hear?
Why is this song not like Hollow Crown? Press F1 if you're waiting for the Blair.
All that shit.
Just fucking look.
Anyway, yeah, I don't really see much of that stuff.
See, now you're professional press because you stopped me saying something bad.
laying
I like it.
laying into our entitled fan base, entitled members of our fan base.
He saved it. He saved it.
I did save that.
No one's listening anyway.
No.
They are. Go on. Right. So what? Like, give me an example. Is there like? Should we do this T-shirt colour, or is it anything juicier?
A lot of
at the top.
A lot of merchandise related questions and answers come.
That's all. That's
through
all
me.
any of us can do right now.
That is what our entire band is relying on right now,
And all of us.
and everyone.
What about this T-shirt? Yeah, I don't like it. Okay, cool.
Someone might.
Good practice, guys.
Yeah. So there's that. That's a lot of it.
And then what? So that's taking you up to what? 2:00?
That's like
I wanna go
that's a couple
inside the mind.
That's a couple of little questions here and there throughout the day.
Right.
Then
Hang on, what time did you get up to doom scroll?
My new wake up time is 7.
Jesus.
I was a 8:30, but I've started thinking that I need to start getting up earlier.
For what? More doom scrolling?
I'm not getting the bad news early enough. I don't want to miss out on some bad news that might be turned into good news by 9 a.m.
You want to catch it so you get the peaks and the troughs.
The early bird gets the fucking miserable piece of shit worm.
That's fucking great.
No, I'm trying to become a morning runner, and it's honestly hell.
What time were you running at before?
Usually in the afternoon, because I've sort of fallen into the habit of like putting it off until like as late as possible in the day.
Nice.
And then I end up just running in the dark on a very windy, rainy Brighton seafront. If you get up in the morning, it's hell, but it looks nice.
It does look nice. We're going to get to running because it's obviously a big part of Ali Dean 2021. But right, so you've woken up, you've run. We'll talk about that.
So
you've doom scrolled. Sunny.
I set this little program for myself earlier in last year of 5 things that I wanted to do every day to stop myself sort of completely falling apart in the head.
Nice.
And that was some German, which is what you hit me up about the other day. My German lessons.
Yes.
Trying to meditate every day. That's a fucking slog.
In it.
I feel so good for it every time.
But can't be asked to start it. Can't get into it.
Oh my fucking God.
What are you doing? Just like a full...
Just the headspace.
Mindfulness.
I do like... I'll work through a couple of headspace courses. You know, you'll do a gratitude one and you'll feel like a fucking legend for it. But then you finish that and the next thing, oh my God, there's more?
Do I have to do this again? I have to
sit inside.
I'm going to put it off. Even though it's the best thing in the world at the end, I feel like that every day. Guess what? I haven't done it for 2 days. And guess what? Tomorrow, I'll have a breakdown a little bit and then I'll do it and then I'll feel better.
Yeah, the longest streak I've had of it is like a month and it was fucking great. And then you, like any good thing in life, you take a few days off it and it's rough.
I feel like I take a day off it and I go, I don't need it. I'm cured. And then there's 2 days off, 3 days off. And then the rumination of the brain starts again. I'm like, oh, fuck. It's because I haven't been doing that. Genuinely the fucking most impactful thing on my life ever. But I still can't be asked to do it.
It's crap. I mean, it's amazing. It's genuine, like life-changing, but it's crap. And if you're happy to do that every day, I'm so stoked for you.
Because it's like people assume you just think of nothing, but that's
brilliant.
It's mentally so taxing to start it and to begin thinking of nothing and to empty your head and all that shit.
Yeah, but like when you're doing it, even it's amazing and how good you feel after it. But that's like with anything that, like going to the gym. Like when you're into it, you'll go 6 days a week, no problem. And then you take 3 days off for whatever reason. And getting back to the gym is the hardest thing in the world.
Exactly the same. All right, so that's 2 of your 5 things. German. So you go, hello. Is that offensive? Guess what? I'm leaving it in. Hello.
What part of Germany is that accent from?
I think it's like a Bavaria kind of.
I thought it was Bavarian. It's very authentic.
Thank you. You got it.
Yeah.
Hello, ich bin meditating.
And then
it's getting borderline offensive now.
And you get Andy from Headspace in your ear being like, you know what, if you were fucking slagging me off the whole time before you started this meditation, that's fine. It's completely fine. It's natural.
Right, so then you've done that. That's 2 of your 5.
Another one is reading for half an hour a day. And I find that I want to try and read something that is challenging, and I have to really sit there and try and really comprehend it. But when I'm reading a book like that, picking that thing up, I might as well just read Harry Potter or something just to get it done.
So what are you trying to read?
I've been reading I've been reading this book on like where humans sort of I mean, it's obviously not going in my head very well because I can barely fucking explain it. It's this book by this guy, I think his name's Robert Stringer, and it's about where people believe ethics in human beings came from. So, like...
That's cool.
Kin altruism is one. I can't remember the other ones right now because...
What's that, like being nice to your family?
Being nice to your family because you're actually being a bit selfish because you just want to carry on the Philippa Dennis Reynolds gene pool.
Oh, interesting.
And then there's
so like how genetically it came to be a part of us.
Yeah, and like studies of animals and how they've behaved and why they might do it. Like the whole thing of like, I'm explaining this like a complete fucking idiot, but like monkeys grooming each other. It's like, if you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. That kind of shit.
Quite literally.
Yeah, and like when I'm reading that book,
and it's not going in. You start.
Evidently, it's not going in. I can barely explain it, and I've been reading that for a very long time. I would hesitate to guess something that's...
I mean, I don't want to backseat read, but half an hour is not a lot of reading.
No, it's not. But I hate reading.
Are you a fast reader? Why didn't you start with something like? Because I haven't read in ages, and then I was like, I did the same thing. I was like, okay, 2021. I can feel in 2020 I got so much dumber. Maybe I need some new words. Maybe I need like just the pitter patter of grey matter. But then I thought about reading like a really interesting intellectual. I hope someone else sees me reading this, but. Yeah. And then I bought Shoe Dog by Phil Knight, the creator of Nike.
How's that?
And it's actually really good.
I think the key is if you want to develop a reading habit, you've got to at least slightly enjoy it. Because
it's very like it's obviously been written by someone else as well, but it's like he's not an author, so the words aren't that big.
He's one of us.
He's the shoe guy. The words aren't that big.
Not some fucking evolutionary scientist explaining
you
theories on altruism. I did go in a bit hot for someone that is. I mean, last year, the brain capacity is tanking.
Honestly, it's crazy, isn't it? Sometimes I'll be saying a sentence and then I forget what I was talking about halfway through.
Yeah, and this is all like the Ali Dean 5-step program is been a way to try and combat the
brain fog,
the degradation of the brain in your early 30s, because it's a real thing.
But I think
lower back pain and your brain just fucking melting out of your head.
But I think both of those are lockdown. I honestly think it is, because I remember when lockdown eased for a bit, I honestly felt like my brain started working better.
Yeah,
when I was going out and like interacting with people. Yeah, safely.
I had a real alarming moment in a shop the other day. Because I was just buying whatever for dinner, handed over a pepper, and the woman was like, Jesus, that's a big pepper. And I had no idea what to say. I had nothing for her. The poor woman.
What did you say?
I think.
What did you do?
I genuinely think I was just like, yeah. And
Just lost all human interaction.
Yeah, I was like,
through isolation.
I think I just said yeah and just fucking shook my head, and all she probably saw was a man with sad eyes looking even sadder and a face mask.
Fucking, oh my God, she probably thought, well, that was a psychopath. That man's on his way to murder people.
He is going to kill someone on the way home. I must phone the police.
Probably with the giant pepper.
Yeah. But she was right to
point.
She was right to point out as well. It was enormous.
She was just trying to have a little bit of banter. She picked the wrong guy.
She's probably had a long day. People being just a bit shitty and
Maybe
bit
a bit
cold.
older. So she thought, oh, this guy's a bit younger.
No, she was
Jesus,
a young
that's a big
woman.
pepper.
She was a young woman. She was probably just like bored out of her fucking mind because everyone's hiding away. I'll try some chat with this guy. What a fucking loser. And she's probably telling everyone at the shop, like, go look out the front. This guy's fucking weird, man.
The guy that picked the biggest pepper in the shop is an absolute lunatic.
He's going to murder.
So that's what we got. Are we still on step 2, or is that step 3?
Step 3 was the reading, I think. Step 4
3 of the program.
Step 4 is a run, or if it's a day off running.
You've been doing that anyway. You've been running for a minute now.
No, but then I basically stopped running for like close to 2 months or something, like towards the end of last summer, due to COVID sadness. Just fucking couldn't be arsed anymore. Had some races booked, they got cancelled. I thought, what's the fucking point? And
The descent.
just got boozy, you know. It was a wild time.
Yeah.
A wild August.
Did you make it out though? I mean, obviously you did. You seemed quite.
Yeah.
Was it well, on your own as well?
No, not at that point. But it was like I've only really found my stride of running again like the last month. Like it's been shite for running the back end of 2020.
Did you find that the cancelling of the runs triggered all of the mental downfall?
Almost definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you've been training for it and whatever, and then it's just like, oh, this can't happen.
Yeah. I have to have, some sort of target with training. Otherwise, I need the motivation, you know. Otherwise,
Same with drums. Like, I don't have any album to do. I mean, there's a Stray album, but I don't know when I'm recording it, so I've got all these demos. Should I learn them? Probably. Will I? Not until someone gives me a date.
Give me that deadline.
I'll learn the bits that are currently physically impossible to play, and then I'll brighten it up when
Fix it in the mix.
fix it in the mix. Yeah, we'll just edit that. That'll be fine. So running's going good with your program.
Yeah, that's good.
5-step program.
So that's number 4. And if it's a
Okay.
day off running, it's like some stretching or some trying to put an ounce of muscle on this little tiny willow like frame. And then number 5 is studying, like learning something musical, which is mainly the piano, because I'm fucking shit at it.
Have you got a piano in there?
I have a MIDI keyboard.
Is it a weighted one? Is it nice?
It's
I
not.
can see it. I can see it at the
It's
bottom.
semi-weighted. It's not like a lovely.
Much.
I should just get a proper fucking piano, because it'd be lovely to have one. But
I've always wanted a piano, and I've actually twice in my life I've been offered pianos from either rich drum students' parents who just say, "Oh, we're getting rid of the piano. Do you want it? You're a musician." And then I've never had the space. Now I've got.
it's a bit
the
like having a
space.
drum kit around the house.
Yeah, but a piano's like you can play it, and the neighbours
Not
aren't
as
gonna be like,
not as annoying
"Stop
for the neighbours,
playing,
unless you're really bad.
We'll rock you." Piano's fucking sick though, isn't it?
Piano's great.
What are
It's
you learning on the piano then? What's going on?
I'm starting as like a total beginner. So like basically
3 Blind Mice.
stuff to that effect.
Big Pepper. That was a Big Pepper moment. I saw your face.
No, that wasn't a burp. I was looking down at the keyboard like, has that come up? Maybe.
No, I thought it was a big pepper moment. I thought
A big pepper.
a big pepper moment.
Oh,
like you said
fuck. No. Sorry, it was a moment
Three
of...
blind mice, and then you just stared into space.
like, yeah. No, I was wondering if that had
Is it
actually,
genuinely stuff like that?
It's, yeah, and like learning, like just changing chords and stuff, because I'll do like half an hour of changing chords and it feels like I need like rehab on my arms.
Oh, mate, it's fucking horrible, isn't it? I really want one though. Now I've got like this nice desk. Everyone knows about my desk.
Get one.
Like
Just
like
get
one of
one.
those-
Chuck it out.
one of those things that pulls out from the bottom of the desk.
Little slidey bit.
Have it there.
Yeah.
Da-na-na, da-na. I don't know. The song that came into my head there when I was about to mime it was. Da-na-na-na-na, da-da-da-da. I don't know.
That's like the Brazilian, like Brazilian superstar footballer YouTube compilation song.
I don't know why that came. Imagine that on like just a solitary piano.
It'd be lovely. Quite tricky, I think.
Quite dark as well in
Yeah.
that sort of not the brass section that is obviously normally on the song. More of a somber.
Quite a somber piece when you strip it back.
Oh, I wish I could just do podcasts with Architects members all the time.
Well,
They're always the most fun ones.
You should definitely the final piece of the Architects podcast puzzle.
He's the strangest person.
That's why you need to get him on.
I love him to death. He is for sure an alien.
I think one of the times I texted you before you then got in touch about my German lessons on Instagram. Me and him had a night at mine back when you could hang out with people. Back in the glory days of Rule of Six and all that stuff.
Yeah, the heady days.
Yeah.
When the government really were just fucking murdering
that
people.
crazy autumn that we had. Yam was over. Yam is Adam, if anyone doesn't know.
Yam fries. We'll get into that.
We'll get into yam fries because that needs to be addressed.
I don't think that's ever been addressed.
And me and him just got fucking ripped and had like, you know, back in the day when you just watched like CKY and get stoned.
Yeah.
We basically did that, but with YouTube. And like YouTube is obviously you can go wherever. But we started with Opeth, and that's when I text you being like, it's Opeth and red wine season.
Oh yeah, honestly is. Opeth, I believe it's the first rain of September is when I when I start dipping my...
No date on it. When that rain hits.
Just when that first
the chord
rain
comes out.
The first rain of September. Gling, 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 gling.
Ghost of Edition just kicks in.
Oh, he's got it. He's got it. He got it from those
it's
clues.
the pop hit single, mate. It's Opeth's Spheres of Madness. Now we're getting into it.
Do you know what? I was talking about Spheres of Madness on stream, but
Is that
2 hours ago.
How is that whole decapitated on Spotify situation not been sorted yet? Because it's been years.
I had a conversation on the podcast yesterday with Johannes from Cult of Luna. I was trying to get the juice on that.
Wow. Wow. Yeah,
And I was like, basically, with that, I wanted their album early, and I thought, I wonder if I could just ask him if he wants to come on the podcast.
How is
so
he?
I did.
How was he?
It was, I mean, people listening to this, it will be out before this. So it was hard. Whenever it's someone that's not a mate, I've got 50 episodes in with about 45 of them being mates. So whenever it's someone that's not a mate, they're always like super professional at the start.
Yeah.
And then I sort of let them know.
You wear them
down.
down.
I'm a very unprofessional person. And then eventually they stoop to my level. But he was really... I wanted to know about if they had any trouble with earache, because that's what I gather the decapitated thing is.
Yeah.
And he basically said, because I'd always heard it was like, oh, earache, fuck people over or whatever. But then he basically said it was like, well, we were kids when we signed, and we probably should have got someone to check out the contract, and
Have
we
a look
didn't.
at it. Yeah.
And as a result, we had to stay there for 5 albums. It's like, it's not their fault. They gave you the deal. You had a choice to fucking read it or whatever. But
Yeah.
I don't know what the deal with Decapitated is. Like, they're not on Spotify, and it's very annoying.
It's hard when you're younger, isn't it? Because you really don't give a shit at all about
Yeah,
the, the fine print. It's going on a
It's going to
CD.
be in the shop. What? Wait. Yeah, but like not a CDR, like a CD
With like some plastic around it and
shops.
stuff.
In the shops. Okay,
oh my
where do I
God.
sign?
Yeah.
Where do I sign? How many do I have to make? Oh, 11 albums. Okay, good.
That should be fine. I love this. We've already written a new song.
But yeah, that's the Decapitated thing.
Yeah.
I don't know the answers.
But we were
But
talking
I'm not
about...
putting a CD out. I'm not fucking getting a CD out. I think I sold all my CDs.
Well, I only had like our unreleased stuff, like demos and stuff, and Tool, and Decapitated on my phone. And then I got a new phone, and then I thought, you know what? I'm not fucking plugging a phone
Ripping.
into a laptop and putting Decapitated on my phone again. And I miss it.
I mean, now I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, I think I might do it.
Yeah, could happen.
Organic hallucinosis.
It's just unbelievable.
Fucking unbelievable.
I tried.
album.
In fact, you've just reminded me that I bought that on vinyl from a
Where'd you
big
get it from?
cartel. Well, here's the thing, Ali. When I last had this, I don't have any Decapitated. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll buy it on vinyl because I've got a lovely new Sonos system where I can play vinyl in the front room, but then listen to it on my portable speaker.
Lovely.
Which is fucking unbelievable. So I was like, I'll just get it on vinyl because then it's cool or whatever. Typed it into Google, organic hallucinosis or whatever, Decapitated vinyl. First hit, some big cartel. There was loads of cool stuff on there. I got all the Decapitated albums, all the Death albums, paid for them on PayPal, and then I realised that it'd been inactive since 2014, about £200 worth of vinyl. 2014, immediately sent them an email, no reply. PayPal says I can't follow it up for 3 months, so
Brilliant.
I just fucking burnt £200.
Yeah, I had a look for it on vinyl a while ago, and I think a guy wanted like 80 quid for it. So I don't want it that much.
Well, don't buy it from crazycoolvinyl.bigcartel.com or whatever it was.
I
'cause
will
it won't turn
blacklist
up.
them.
Please do.
But with
I
that-
made a...
Sorry,
You're
go
trying to
on.
get it on back on. I'm not letting you get it back on subject. I
But
tried
it's
to buy
yam. The
one
subject
on-
is yam fries. That's a good subject.
Yeah, we're getting back to it.
Okay.
I tried to buy a different one on eBay, Nihility, I think it was, and someone wanted fucking 100 quid.
That's too much, isn't it?
It's far too much.
Because you
Bit
want
of plastic.
if you're spending that much money on vinyl, you're in the you're in the buying and selling game. If you catch my drift.
Yeah, I just actually
and you're not
want
going to be
listen to it.
You're not going to be shifting old Decapitated records for
If
turning
anyone's
a profit.
listening- If anyone's listening and has all the Decapitated records on vinyl, can you just sell them to me? Maybe someone at Earache sat on a stash and you're not allowed to sell them because of
Slide into
whatever
our
legal
DMs.
reasons. Please. Hot property, good money. I could probably trade you. We'll put some Earache artists on here. Go on. Come on. Anyway, Yam.
Yeah,
See, that I can't do this with someone I've never met.
yeah.
I can't just
riffing.
can't just use my platform to illegally buy bands vinyl
You
from their old
can't
label.
get into the death metal black market with
No.
with strangers.
Yam fries. You and him got ripped watching videos.
It was lovely. But what I would say is if you did have Yam on, you ever listen to that London Real podcast?
Yeah.
That
Until
Brian-
he started having... He's got some debatable people. I mean, I suppose I listen to debatable people podcasts
I think
anyway.
Brian Rose in his own right is a debatable person.
He is. But the quality of those podcasts is very good, isn't
What
it?
the production values.
Honestly, that's what I'm going for.
So are you going to get like 2 chairs and like a
I had
big
2
palm
chairs.
plant and
I had delusions of grandeur. I was like, I'm going to do it in this practice room. So I put a 6-month lease on a practice room, at £650 a month. I was going to do the podcast and video out here. Lockdown's going to end. It's going to be fine. And then day one, I moved everything in there, and a band started playing next door, and I was like, I can't do this. There's no way I can bring some fucking big artist from Glasgow Barrowlands down. Yeah, we're just coming here, yeah. And then someone's
don't mind them next door. They're getting better. They're trying their best.
Noise gate. I'll fix it in the mix. It was fucked from day one. So now that's where I play drums, and then in here it's going to be
the video suite.
Either in here or the front room is where like the front room looks pretty bougie. So it's got a London Real vibe anyway, without the debatable guests.
Yeah, but if you had Yam in your bougie new video setup next time we play Glasgow, if that ever happens. He will chew your ear off about. I mean, he was hot on all this stock shit before. I don't know what this time is called. What
the GameStop shit.
Yeah, he's been in our ear about stocks for too long.
I did my biannual WhatsApp message to Adam Christensen, which was, are you in on this GameStop shit?
He's way too cowardly. He's hot.
Yeah,
he's hot on Bitcoin now, though.
He's a big crypto guy, isn't he?
Yeah.
Did he go in?
So Dan and I went in 2017. We got on Bitcoin.
Nice.
No,
nice.
we didn't go hard. We just got our toes wet. And
what was the price of Bitcoin when you did it?
I think I bought in when it was around like 11 grand per coin.
Whoa!
Something like that. 11.
Nice.
I can't remember. But he was like, "Oh my god!" Like now,
your Adam Christensen voice is crazy.
If I carry on with that, it will just go higher and higher until it becomes imperceivable by humans. He slacked it off because he said, "Oh, it's not a physical asset. This is, you're getting fucking stitched up." And
when he was on
because we had that WhatsApp group,
yeah,
and he was slacking
about
off
his
in
gold,
there. And
his
now,
gold fetish.
And now he talks about Bitcoin being like a philosophical thing, and he's like, it's kind of like mycelium. You what, mate? It's like, well, it's this network.
A mushroom.
Yeah. Because he talks about.
Oh my god!
Maybe you don't. Maybe
is
you
that
don't.
What's happening here? No, I don't.
No,
I mean,
yes.
he's actually prime podcast material, isn't he? All the podcasts right now are like about how mushrooms can fucking, I don't know,
solve world hunger.
Become a crypto.
They probably
currency.
could.
I mean, they definitely could. Terrible example.
Yeah, I mean,
primarily of food. So yeah, they could.
Its primary purpose is to feed people, so it's a starting place.
Now you're at the point where you assume mushrooms are just for fucking other shit.
Yeah, it's just...
you can eat mushrooms.
You ever tried just cooking one and eating one?
I thought they were just for reducing prolactin.
But yeah, you should get him on, because it would be a good exploration of the mind.
I'm obviously going to have him on, but I don't think people are ready for him. But people don't know. They just see the handsome rhythm guitarist from Architects.
See his bike on the internet and think...
Chiseled, occasionally dresses like he's in the Matrix to go cycling.
Yeah, and he looks fucking great then too.
But, I mean, that's from a marathon runner.
Yeah.
They're not the coolest looking.
It's a bad look.
But I just remember one time when I was doing that podcast with Sam, he walked in... ready to go on a cycle, and you can hear me on the podcast. I just went, wow. Blown away.
Was that when we were in Manchester?
Yeah. And he was talking.
That's every day on tour for us. You'll hear him like clip-clopping down the hallway in his cycling cleats.
Just cleats.
Like, I'm heading out, guys. The irony is that I have a pair of cycling cleats, never used them.
But he was so morbidly serial killer accuracy. He was like, yeah, I'm going out. I just need to find my ID. And I was like, what are you doing? Like buying booze? He was like, no, in case I get hit by a car. I was like, oh my God, it makes perfect sense, but you are a psychopath.
When that man has got enough money, he will acquire a bunker.
Definitely.
It'll be-
fill it with gold.
Fill it with
Why is he called
spores.
Yam Fries? Can you explain why he's called Yam Fries, please?
Yeah.
We're doing a 20-minute bit on a different member of the band.
Dipping into yam. Well, he wouldn't tell you this. He might do. So we were in China on the Almost World Tour, and we're out for dinner with the promoter, and sat down around the table, and the promoter was like, "What do you guys want to eat?" And we're like, "Just whatever." To be honest, like we know
Bummed out.
we know that there's cat ear on the menu and like actually dog on the menu, so just like tofu, vegetables, rice would be great. Like we don't mind, kind of thing. And he starts ordering with the waiter, and they have like a screaming match about the order that's going down. And then eventually the promoter looks at us like, okay, you got tofu and vegetables, rice coming, and some beers and water. Does anyone want anything else? And then Adam turns to the waiter, who doesn't speak a fucking word of English, and says...
Not even to the promoter.
Not to the promoter.
To the waiter.
That might be the funniest part of the story.
In a remote part of China where it's already been very hard to get tofu and rice.
And he looks at the waiter and says, "Do you have any yam fries?" And we as English people don't really know what yam fries are.
As in sweet potato fries.
Yeah. And he's been known
And this is back in 2012 when sweet potato fries hadn't had their boom
They
over
weren't
here
hot.
either. So, yeah,
No. So he's been known as yam fries or yams or
Ever
white fries
since.
ever since.
It's like 10 years ago.
Yeah. But he'd be a great guest.
Can you vividly remember him saying yam fries? Because
Yeah.
I don't.
Clear as
I
day.
don't think I would. There's no way anyone like who said that in that situation would not be called yam fries for the rest of their life.
No, he deserves that nickname. It should
Very,
be on his tombstone.
Very fucking good. Speaking of nicknames, you got any favourites for you? Can we run down some of yours?
Tri
Big
Nations
nickname,
Cup.
then. Tri Nations Cup, is that a new one?
No, that's a vintage one.
Is it? Tri
Yeah.
Nations Cup? I don't remember that.
Well,
Is that a Tom Searle?
honestly, with the sort of dual onslaught of Tom and Dan over the years, it's hard to know
It
the
blows into
origin
one.
of
It's just
where it came
Brigadier
from. Brigadier Pig Little.
That was the one that I distinctly remember Tom calling you all the time. And Obelix.
Oblix, Smellix, Onkar Judge. Dan still will occasionally...
Onkar.
Onkar is from Onkar Judge, the guy that did that X Factor audition. He did the, as he put it, the Michael Jacksons.
I just vividly remember, like, Tom would just say all these fucking names at you.
I have a plaque for something. What is it? It's a plaque celebrating tickets sold on the UK tour. It's a plaque celebrating tickets on a UK tour, and it's presented to Alex Edwin Dean. It's not my name. That was pulled from a MySpace band members list that Dan wrote.
That Dan.
I mean, yeah, every now and then that whole thing has been dialed back a hell of a lot over the past couple of
It's
years.
just Alan now, isn't it?
It's Alan, or Dan will still drop Frog.
Frog. Nice.
That comes from Frog Stanley. Don't know.
Of course.
Obviously, I didn't really need to mention that, did I? But it's mainly Alan now, which is
it's mainly Alan.
There are some
Normal.
people. There are some people that think my name's Alan, which is completely understandable because
People just call you Alan all the time.
most of our crew call me Alan or Al, but it's Alex.
It's Alex. It's not even Alistair. So Ali in itself, and then Ali Dino. None of that's anything.
Yeah, it's taken a lot of forms over the years, but now it's
love
it seems to have really settled on Alan, and I've got no beef for that.
I mean, It just, I mean, I obviously know and worked with and whatever with a lot of bands, but the interband dynamic of Architects and Crew is one of the funniest places on earth. And I would say actually the second funniest, or up there, is fucking Stray. So when you put the two of us together, it's just insane.
Yeah, I mean, you joining Stray at that time, it was like the perfect storm.
It's
Just
unbelievable.
Psychopaths.
Like Tom will sometimes turn to me and be like, "Were you like this, before you met us, or did we?" And I'm like, "No, 100% was." Like, there's weird similarities. Like, I used to fucking just introduce myself as like, it would always be like Greg somebody to whoever. Like, if like I had to buy, if we're talking about microphones, it'd be like, yeah, you know, my buddy fucking Greg microphone or whatever. And then it ends up Tom does exactly the same thing with the same name.
His go-to is Gralter, isn't it?
Just Glenn adding an GL to anything.
Yeah.
So the other day on Twitter, we had a big showdown where I was just talking about how America needs to calm down with their names, because you just say whatever fucking. See, I immediately want to just go to Grolters and stuff like that, but
Xander.
Just mad shit. And then we were just Googling, just surely this is not a name, and it was like Galalix, and then it would be like popular baby names 2020 Galalix. Glorden was one.
That's too far. But yeah, you joining Stray was like, it worked on so many levels.
It was perfect. Now there's no gigs, and I'm sad.
It's crap, isn't it?
Do you want to talk about your album then? I don't want to, and guess what? I don't think anyone else wants us to, but we're going to have to. We have to seamlessly. Well, what I would like to talk about, and many people pointed out, that I got the name of the album wrong when I did
Sam mentioned that when I went to pick up this microphone that I'm borrowing from him today.
Oh, still fucking.
He's still cut up about it.
Is he? Because he acted like the cat's pajamas. Like, oh, it's cool, man. Oh, easily done.
Yeah.
Oh, and he's still gobbing off about it to you.
He's fucking livid about it.
What did he say? What did he say exactly?
He said, "Oh, good luck trying to get a fucking serious word out of that man's mouth. He doesn't fucking know a thing he's talking about. He could read a fucking tweet before interviewing someone."
Is that what he said?
I can't remember how he said it. He was furious though.
Was he actually?
No.
What did he actually say though, if he did mention that?
He said, because I said we'll probably talk about the album for 3 minutes if we're lucky. And he said, well, yeah, do mention the name of it, because he got it wrong on the last one. And I think...
Oh, fucking snitch.
He must have cleared it up, though.
No, he didn't. So
wow.
who's the real idiot? Sam, I love you. Yeah, I got it wrong. But, you know, let's not
That's fine.
delve into the grammatical element of the name.
Mm.
Would you care to get it right so I don't get it wrong again?
I think what you called it was "for all those that wish to exist." And it still makes sense. No?
I called it "for those who wish to exist." And
that's not that bad.
That.
Yeah, that's not a bad... That... No. I could see how that would fly under my radar, to be honest.
Innit? Two THs together. For those that. Those that. That's difficult for me. As a man who's potentially had a drug-induced stroke in my life, it's hard for me to say.
What you should do is go on the band's social media and say that. Say that you think that the album title is bad because you struggle to remember it.
And it will get lost in hundreds of other tweets of people saying stuff like that.
And then argue with some people that you don't know about it.
And then I think I got something else wrong. No, this is the thing. And everyone sent me messages. You got it wrong. You got it wrong. You got it wrong. And I was like, well, if you also listen to it, when I talk about the Simon from Biffy song, I call it the Simon from Biffy song. And when I talk about the Winston song, I call it the Winston song. I don't know the fucking names.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
I listen to music. I'm not trying to be the best at remembering stuff.
It's not a competition.
Yeah.
No.
Anyway, good is
For those that wish to exist, it is good.
Hang on, that's the right one, or that's what I said?
That is the right one.
It is good. That's the clip.
It's fine.
For those that wish to exist, it is good.
It is good, if you're wondering.
It is, isn't it? Are you still rocking a little synth?
Yeah, I'm rocking a little synth. I mean, Dan writes the synths.
So does he track them, or are they?
It depends on what it is, because if you... There's a little guy down there, a little Moog guy, little analog guy.
Ooh, he said it right. Hipster alert.
Well, Yam called me out on that.
Of course he fucking did. Nah, it's actually Moog.
It's like, oh, they got this really cool looking Moog in here. He's like, oh, it's actually Moog. Like, fuck off, Yam.
Well, maybe if I did a podcast with Yam, he would call me out for saying the fucking wrong name of the fucking thing.
And he's got some fucking balls on him.
I'd rather what Sam did. What Sam did is much more socially acceptable. Yam's fucking... Actually, it's called this. Okay, way to bring the fucking interview
mate.
down.
Just trying to have a bit of fun. Trying to promote your album.
Yeah, innit? Oh, I got it wrong. Sorry.
But anyway, tracked some stuff for that little guy. Pulling it back.
Nice, thank you.
Tracked some stuff with that little guy in the now very renowned Hove studio, which is the office in my flat, where I recorded all the bass as well.
Did you give it a name on all credits? Did you give it a name?
No. You know what? It actually wasn't even acknowledged that we used this space to record some of the album.
That's annoying. I only just clocked the other day. I think I was the first person to clock that Bring Me's last two albums have had Alan Partridge quotes as their studios on Wikipedia. Ammo was recorded at the Cinnamons, which is when he's talking about naming his house, and he's like, I'm undecided between Yee House, Lord House.
Is it Excalibur Cottage?
Cottage and the Cinnamons, and the Ammo is I think it's Ammo is at Lord House. No, the new one was recorded at Lord House, and Ammo was at the Cinnamons.
Fair play.
And one of them's got a juxtaposition records in there from The Office as well.
Unreal.
I thought maybe you'd slam some of that in there.
We don't really put fun stuff in.
Oh, because
in the
sad.
It's got all this. It's all sad, isn't it?
It fucking is. That's a good point, actually. I'm like, why haven't you put any jokes in it? No, I was just wondering because I know what you're like. But you're a bit... Architects is like Stray, where the music is so serious.
It's all serious and all political and that.
And then the people aren't. So even me talking to you, I could forget. So actually, the music's very serious. You're not putting a fucking joke about where it was recorded.
Yeah,
it was recorded in a dark place, okay?
Yeah, but the Hove studio is not going to get any business based on this album, which is a real shame because I'm sure people will be flooding here.
Even just to hang out with you, Adam.
It's a great creative space.
Oh man, I wish. Do you know what I was thinking? For some reason, I had a weird. You know when you're like asleep. Back to not talking about the album.
Well, that's done. Consider that promoted.
We'll come back to the album in a minute. The thing is, I know this now. This is what people fucking want. I started a fucking Twitch to do drums. How many people watch me do drums? 40. I talk shit and watch YouTube. 150. And then they buy the shit. This is the thing. We'll not talk about your album.
Sells.
And 1 million people will buy your fucking album. I go, you know what? I want to hear that album. Because I didn't hear anything about it. I want to fucking hear it.
There's so much that I don't know about it from that promotional podcast that I must listen to it. Yeah,
they left so much to the imagination. I must buy it.
It's all about retaining the mystique of the album.
I mean, yeah, that's what I'm doing.
You don't want to put it out on the table.
I'm glad you've picked up on what my
I get what you're doing.
operandi is.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was having one of those, you know, when you're like half asleep and you have like a half asleep sort of, you are thinking, but you're asleep, so it's weird thoughts.
Yeah.
Nothing sexual, but I mean, at that time of the morning often is. But I was like having a weird thought that for some reason me not touring with Stray was not to do with like a global pandemic and that other bands were touring, but I was still going to have a year off. And I was like, I think I'm just going to try and see if architects can just like get a job for me, because maybe like drum teching again or something, because it'd just be really fun to see them for all this year while I'm not on tour. And then I like actually fully woke up and I was like, oh no, it's the entire world has stopped. It's not just that. But I was having fond memories. I was like, that would cheer me up actually. Can't do it.
I had a thought the other day about Project Reynolds.
The failed Project Reynolds.
I think it only failed because you sort of saw yourself more of a drummer than a beginner bass player.
It was a grand idea, wasn't it?
I know, but you have to dream big sometimes.
If anyone doesn't know, which you don't know, if anyone
we didn't publish this project.
If anyone that's listening isn't the 5 members of Architects and or their crew from 2012, when Tim wasn't in the band anymon
No, Tim was in.
Tim was in.
This was this not you playing bass?
Yeah, but because Tim was out and you were going to take Tim's place, and I was going to play bass.
Yeah, sorry. No, you're absolutely right.
Yeah, so Tim was out and it was like, who are we going to get? Because Josh fucking said no because of Silosis. And then I was like, no, I think it was your idea. It was like, well, I'll just learn guitar and Reynolds can learn the bass. And I got like 2 lessons because Josh was there, because at that time Josh was playing, and I got like 2 lessons from Josh at how to like go up the front, because remember Josh filled in when Tim left.
I remember sitting there at some point with Tim learning like the guitar for Devil's Island or something, because that was going to be like, I think we were on tour with maybe Rolo Tomasi in Aberdeen or something. I mean, I could be remembering this completely wrong.
Tim definitely wasn't there when I did it, because Tom and Josh were teaching me how to do that string skipping exercise, so I could learn the bass. So
right.
You could play guitar because Josh wouldn't leave Silosis to join Architects. And it failed badly. And we tried one sound check. Do you not remember this? We tried one sound check somewhere. I think it was in Ireland, actually in Ireland. But I want to say Belfast or something. And I tried to play fucking Early Grave. And it went fucking terribly.
Yeah. You were nearly in.
Nearly.
I mean, it didn't do your homework. It was all there for the taking, mate.
Well, you still had to learn guitar as well, because I remember you struggling in the guitar parts.
Oh, I was fucking miles off.
What a different world it would be, though.
In a parallel universe, that's happening. And
I'm playing bass for Architects.
You're doing a podcast with who knows who that could be.
And I've got a little synth. I could be the synth guy.
Yeah, the synth guy stuff, sort of tying all that in. I basically like started playing a bit of live synths and was completely like dog shit at it. But the idea was like, oh, we should really like play more stuff.
It's fucking cool.
It is cool. I'd love it. It's such good fun. But when I first played it, it was might have been like I think the first time I played it was in Melbourne, maybe at like a warm-up show, and I played like Gone with the Wind keys, and when I came off stage, Martin, our guitar tech, was like, I could see your hands like shaking from the other side of the fucking stage.
But it's because it's exactly the samples from the record.
Yeah,
so
it's like the plugins used on the record.
It's really fucking cool to see it.
And I really didn't fancy blowing that bit because it was like
It's a big song. A very, very emotional song.
It's a big, sad song, and it's just me and Sam.
Fucking hell.
And I've definitely fucked up before, and it don't feel good.
How does Sam feel when you fuck it up?
He has it quite quiet in his in-ears, so...
No, it's fine. He doesn't even know.
It doesn't fuck him up too much, but it's great.
It's so cool to fucking see, because I think I remember seeing it with Bring Me as well, like Jordan playing some of the pad stuff, and it's, you know, from the fucking whatever that big song is from Sempiternal, and he's actually playing it. I was like,
yeah,
that's fucking sick.
I
love it when you see a band with so many bands in. I mean, Bring Me's not even in metalcore anymore, but so many bands in metalcore, a million layers on tracks, vocals and shit. But you guys are doing it live.
We do what we can. There's some stuff where it becomes just not affordable, not practical, because you need to get like you need to take an orchestra on tour.
That's what I was going to seamlessly tie this into some professionalism. Orchestra on the album?
Oh yeah, plenty.
Where was that recorded?
At Middle Farm. Was it recorded? At Middle Farm?
What piece?
Of course it fucking was, yeah.
How many piece? What you got? What are you rocking?
This is
I don't expect you to know this. I have no idea.
This is where you need to...
There's a bunch of strings in that, but they're real. If anyone's listening, they're real. It's on any of the songs, on whatever the fucking album is called.
Whenever it's out.
Which I got that wrong as well. I knew Sam was actually annoyed. When he came off, he was cool as cucumber. Like, oh, you got this wrong, but it's cool, man. And then he's slagging me off.
He was straight on.
It was out wrong as well.
He was straight on WhatsApp to me.
God, fuck, I knew he would. Fucking little snitch.
Craig should have tried Dry January for a bit longer. He's lost his fucking head.
I mean, yeah, I am fucking terrible at this. What beer have you got there? Have you mixed it up?
Funny you should ask. Sam literally gave me...
Oh my God! That's what I just went and picked up. Now it's going to sound like we're making this up, but we're both drinking a lovely Piston Head flat tyre. It's a dry hop lager. It's 5.4%, and it's really great.
I've just followed one of their amber lagers.
The amber one, it's a 6% of the amber one.
I actually had two of them before. I had one before we started, and then
I had a shot of tequila before we started, and a 6.4% Northern Monk.
I didn't know we were shotting. See where
we shotting?
Where it might be. Let's see where it goes.
Nice. Now we're fucking talking. Now this is a Zoom party.
Yeah. Should we download House Party?
Oh, should we? Should we do a quiz? No.
Fuck that shit.
Did you do any of that during lockdown?
Yes, but not of my own. I want to say the word
birthday.
Yeah.
Someone's birthday. Oh, we're doing it.
I was a +1
quiz
for quizzes.
For him.
Yeah.
We're doing a quiz for him. Oh, good.
Yeah, I've actually managed to avoid Zoom calls quite a lot. Done the odd one. Couple of merch related ones. Couple of friend ones, but they're fucking crap, aren't they?
Nothing really reminds you that we're in a global pandemic quite like staring at a little box. I don't know, just the word Zoom is just now forever tainted with me. Zoom means quarantine for me.
The best thing I did on Zoom was a speed awareness course.
Did you have to do one on Zoom?
Yeah, it was very odd. By the way, I had to do a speed awareness course for like doing 76 or something. It's a fucking stitch up.
What? I thought it was supposed to be 70. I thought we could do 77.
Well, Craig, what you should bear in mind is it's a limit, not a target.
Oh no! Really? What bastard got you for that?
West Sussex County Council. They fucking had my pants down, mate.
What is a speed camera? It wasn't a copper.
It was a camera, but it was great because I'm a better driver for it.
I honestly learned a lot from my speed awareness course.
Stopping distances, all that shit.
Oi, the shit when they tell you, because at first I was like, this is a fucking joke.
I was turning up like shades on, fucking
Breakfast Club.
Stella.
Breakfast Club style, kick your feet up, fucking detention.
What we doing today? What we studying? Speed, oh yeah, okay.
Speed, oh yeah, I heard about that. Oh yeah, I heard this one time. No, but I learned the shit about like, if you're 5 minutes late, what speed you have to do to get that 5 minutes back. Like, it is...
You can't do it, basically.
You can't do it. Even if you did 40 miles an hour over the speed limit or something, you only get like 2 minutes back.
Yeah. And the best thing about it was the guy that was hosting it, or the instructor or whatever, so like Stuart Lee. It was perfect.
Really? What?
Yeah.
Actually funny?
Like genuinely funny. Like super dry. When he was like, he would like ask everyone in the group like, so what is it that you think? What are your reasons in the morning for making you speed? And he would say it exactly like Stuart Lee. And then this woman was like, well, I've got the kids that are running behind, getting ready for school, and I drop them off and I have to speed to get to work on time. So it's really the kids' fault. He's like, oh, right. So it's the kids' fault, is it? It's not your fault for not getting them organised quicker. Okay. Super like fucking shitty and sarcastic. But
I had more of a... Did you ever watch Spaced?
No.
Oh, doesn't matter then. Moving on.
Forget it.
What I've just remembered is Sam. When I voice noted Sam about this, he was like, "Make sure you talk about the album loads." So I think maybe he's annoyed with me.
What he wanted you and I to talk about the album loads?
Yeah, I think he did say that.
I mean, it's difficult though because
it's two of the worst people to talk about.
I mean, the reason that I don't really do press for our records is because like I don't write all our songs, and I'm the fucking bass player. So it's like singing man and lead songwriter do all the promo. Do you know what I mean?
Do you know what it is, though? Do you know what it is? Like, there's no favourites with me for Architects because everyone's fucking legends. But I don't think, other than like old YouTube videos of you and Tom and stuff like that, the bullying, there's no real juicy Ali Dean out there. And you're
I've curated
funny
it that way.
Guy. Like, yeah, well, you've fucked it now because everyone's going to be like, this is a big podcast, regardless of how unprofessional it is. 40,000 monthly listeners that are going to be like, fuck me, the bass is funny as well.
He's fucking dumb as shit, but
getting the follows. Oh, do more funny shit, bassist man.
I despise putting myself out there. Like that might just be a bit of a killjoy thing.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah,
I mean, it's fine. I don't think this is going to sound insane. True, I've got the neediest dog in my lap. But
stroke away, mate.
I mean, that wasn't the thing that I was going to say. I think I need it. I think I need the internet.
But you're a very like when you walk into a room. Like, I mean this in the nicest way because you're very entertaining. People know you're there, and it's a good thing. You're like a good vibe to have around.
Walking into the room, freeze, motherfucker.
Like,
say it. I got fucking ADHD. Just say it.
No, but like Sam is someone else that is like that feeds off like what's the word? I'm fucking slow as fuck right now.
Attention whore, I think is the word. I mean, I'll
putting
take
it in a horrible way.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if that is a horrible way, but I'm not like that at all. I sort of despise being in the spotlight for even a second.
I guess the internet is just like a big spotlight, isn't it?
Yeah, but
I love it. I think maybe it's like a, I don't know. Maybe it's a fucking. I've got a singer complex, which I don't think you have.
Do you say a singer or a sinner?
Singer. I'm not getting fucking biblical.
Yeah.
Like, no one gives a fuck about the drummers.
I think they do.
Not on the grand scheme of things. And I need everyone to pay me every ounce of attention, even more than the singer at all times.
Sure.
Now, I'm half tongue-in-cheek about that. And sort of the other 50%, if you know maths quite well. The other 50%, I'm quite... I don't know. I got a chip on my shoulder about... Oh, is he the singer? Oh, is he the... This is boys and girls, by the way. But, like, I feel like drummers have always got a bad rep. And I'm like, you know what? Fucking give me some fucking attention.
Tell me how fucking good I am. I have worked
Honestly,
for fucking ages at this.
Honestly, this is the hardest instrument on stage, everyone.
Yeah,
Look at me.
no, fair, yeah.
If anyone's fucking listening, I don't get this bit. It is a bit. I'm doing a joke. I didn't get it. Okay, turn it off. Cancel what you've already listened to. In fact, never listen to this podcast again.
Get out.
Get out if you're not going to... God, what's your favourite song on the album?
But I was going to add earlier on. I you know, spending 24/7 by myself. I've done a lot of soul searching lately.
I thought you were going to say that.
I raised my lip when I said that because I realised how fucking dumb that sounded. It's not on video though, is it? It's been a thing since I was a very, very young man. I used to bunk off school to not do like school assembly. Like if my class were putting on an assembly, I'd bunk off because I just didn't want to be on stage. It's all very weird. There's something...
So you joined a band.
But I play bass.
Yeah, true. But you're still there.
So I might as well be on stage.
The closest you can be to being off stage. And then they thrust the synth there. That's where the synth shakes came from then, I guess.
Yeah, maybe. And the fact that I was completely underqualified at the time to perform that piece. No.
But I don't get you. I don't get that from you. That's interesting.
I think it's like a... I don't know. There's like a... I don't know. I should really go to a therapist about this, not broadcast it on the internet.
I should go to a therapist about a lot of things, but there's a pandemic going on. So all I do is I restart Fleabag from the start. And I go, this is the same. It's the same thing, isn't it?
Mine's Peep Show.
Oh.
When things get
1
really...
to 9 and back again.
When it gets really fucking bleak, Peep Show goes on, and then I get to about season 5, I'm like, you have watched this literally like fucking 15 times, just stop it. Do anything else.
It's good though. Although I did see a TikTok or something the other day where it was like, do you know why people rewatch the same series over and over again? It's because it's a trait of like extreme anxiety because they know what's going to happen.
It's comfort.
In their chaotic world, it's comforting. And I was like, oh my God, this is too real. You're so right.
It's a visual, like, weighted blanket.
I hate weighted blankets. I bought one for my anxiety and I ended up just having more nightmares about being crushed.
That sounds horrible. Leave that on the if you got that from Amazon, which I assume you did because everything comes from Amazon now. Yeah. Put that on the review. Do not buy.
Great and comfy until I fell asleep and I had a dream about being trapped in a sandcastle.
But yeah, it's Peep Show's my like. I know times are getting a bit bleak when Peep Show's on again. Try something else. Any other show.
No, I've got loads. Alan Partridge is the same. I tell you what, Alan Partridge Mid-Morning Matters is when I'm like super mega depressed.
Have you dipped into this time lately?
Oh, I love it. That's up there as well.
Unbelievable.
I don't really go back to the old stuff anymore because I get annoyed with canned laughter. Annoys me.
Yeah.
Really.
It dates the show, doesn't it?
Fucking head in, yeah.
Yeah.
So this time and Mid Morning Matt has come back. Should we talk about your album again? Is there anything else we can fucking talk about? I'm gonna get in trouble now.
I think I like if you want someone to like sell the album, you've had him. He's brilliant.
I think he did a great
he's
job.
brilliant at it. That is his.
He's brilliant at. And at this point, like you guys think you have to try. You don't have to try.
I don't want to
You could bring out a turgid stinker of an album, and people are still going to enjoy it.
It's the biggest and heaviest album we've ever made. Go pick it up.
It's got elements of the new sound, but also elements of the old sound. It's both the most heavy and melodic album we've made.
I just struggle to really like, I can talk to you about like how it was made to a point where I know some stuff about that, but then I forget like quite significant details, like where the fucking strings were recorded. But if you want to talk about like the lyrical content of the record and stuff, like I'm not going to talk to you about that because I didn't write them, and it'd be fucking dumb as fuck for me to do that. And I don't know, like I don't want to like try and
don't
put some sales
yourself.
pitch.
Look, if this was supposed to be, if this was press, then I was supposed to have questions, and I don't have any questions. I wanted to have a FaceTime with you and happen to record it.
Yeah. Maybe it's time for part 2 of Dan Searle, because you could have some genuinely very, very interesting conversations with him about the record, or have Josh again. Has Josh been on twice now?
Yeah, Josh has been on twice.
You've had too much, Josh.
I need to have Dan on.
You need to get Dan back on.
But I couldn't have a double down on Dan and Sam without you. I think people deserve to know who Ali Dean. Who is Ali Dean? We're finding out.
Digging in. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, running.
Yeah.
They call you the White Mo Farah. I mean, they don't. No one calls you that. I've just called you that. But
I'll take that.
You clocked up some miles.
I've got some miles on my legs.
You got a 5-minute mile? 4-minute mile?
I'd fucking love a 5-minute mile. It's really hard.
Is that the best that there is?
The sort of elite standard for a mile is 4.
I
mean,
4?
people dip lower than 4 now, but frequently.
Really?
Well, not frequently. A lot, though.
A 3 and a bit minute mile? Is that what the term is?
I can't remember what the record is off the top of my head, but it's less than 4 minutes. But it's insane.
And that's like in a marathon. That's not just doing a mile really
No, that's
fast.
just doing a mile.
Oh, I mean, that's still really fucking fast. That's like,
It's absurd.
It's like 3 Stray from the Path songs. That's a fucking quarter of a Stray from the Path album. But you take it really fucking seriously. You do it on tour. I remember when I came to a few shows and you'd just be gone. You were gone for so long. I just did fucking however many miles. How many miles do you do on a tour run?
It depends on if I'm training for something. Like there was an American, there was that North American tour where I was training for.
That's when, right?
Yeah,
so when Stray toured
that
with
was
you guys,
hell.
you were. I never saw you, just constantly running.
We played Toronto, and we all got fucking blasted, and it was 2 days before I ran the Brighton Marathon.
It was the last day of the tour, wasn't it?
It was. And I went out and ran like
so fucked up.
I ran like 4 miles in Toronto the day after that show, and I was definitely still drunk. And then flew home and picked up my race pack and then ran it the next day. It's fucking horrible.
How long's a marathon? I don't know anything about running other than I don't want to do it.
26 miles.
How often do you do that?
Usually I run 1 a year. Brighton.
Oh, okay. And then what's the training for it?
It depends what you're trying to do, because if you're trying to hit like, if you're just trying to finish it, you might need to go for like 4 runs a week, 3 runs, maybe
How
not
long
3.
is a run?
Well, you want to do like a few a week, which are like 3 miles, 6 miles, 4 miles. And then on Sunday, you want to do 10 miles. And then the following week, you want to kind of ramp up your mileage and then you keep building it up. But like
10 miles.
But like some of the runs on that tour were like, we'd have a day off in the middle of fucking nowhere and would have to go and do like an 18-mile run like down a freeway. And it was like I've been out on training runs in America and like come across like snakes and been like, well, I'm gonna die out here.
Jesus Christ. And like, when did you start running?
I started running when we were recording All Our Gods, and it was just fucking.
Oh, this is what I was getting at.
Fucking dark.
This is what I was getting at. Like, this all sounds like fucking.
Oh, it's like
Forrest Gump. Like, everything
kept
sucks.
running
I'm
shit.
just gonna keep fucking running.
There's a direct correlation between me running lots and being stressed out about something. And it was when we were doing All Our Gods that I signed up for my first marathon. And
Was it like a self-punishment thing?
it was like things were super intense in the studio. Through nobody's fault. It was just a very difficult situation. And I just like went for a few runs as like, I'm just going to get out for the night kind of thing and go out for like half an hour or whatever. And then thought...
Just never previously ran. Was just like...
I'd ran a little bit.
I need to be away from this situation.
Yeah, and like... Well, yeah, basically that. Like, just get out of the studio. Because it was just intense. And then just kind of carried it on ever since then. With brief moments of dipping in and out of it because just lose motivation or I don't know, whatever.
What do you think about on a fucking... How long is a 10 miler?
About hour and 15 minutes. Sometimes I run my music, other times I don't, and then...
An hour and 15 minutes?
Yeah.
10 miles? That doesn't seem like long.
It's not too long.
In my head, 10 miles... Me running 10 miles is going to take me fucking 10 hours. I'll tell you that for free. That's a slog.
I have like a real slog booked for the end of May.
What you got?
I have 100 kilometers. Because I had
How
that.
much is that in miles?
It's about 60, I think.
In one go?
Yeah. So I signed up to it last year and it got Rona'd off.
Yeah. This year's going to be different, is it?
It might be.
That's the one thing that I meant to say this when we were talking about lockdown and like getting clinically fed up or, you know, very, very sad. Clinically fed up in my case. Or like very sad is the carrot on the stick element of the whole fucking thing. Not by anyone's fault. Like obviously they need to keep people indoors, but it's like, we'll tell you in 3 weeks what's happening. And you wait and it gets to 3 weeks and like, yep. Another 3 weeks.
You guys have been doing
soul crushing.
You've been doing really well. We're going to need you to do it again for some more time, and we don't know how long that's going to be yet.
It is torture.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think if I just fucking... Obviously, I got it better than quite a lot of people, but sometimes I'm like, did I just die? And this is like a semi-hell. Like a purgatory, where it's just like... we'll let you know in three weeks. I imagine that's what hell's actually like.
You seem to have adjusted very well to it.
On the outside. I mean, now I'm fucking flying. 2021, I'll be honest, I'm very happy. I'm a very happy human being.
That's great to hear.
Thanks, mate. 2020, quite the opposite. Probably a few times in 2020 I was like, I could just pack this in.
Like how much of your sort of private life of the past couple of years have you broadcast?
Oh, it's all on there.
It's all there. You've been through a really fucking difficult time. like Rona or no Rona.
Yeah, my dad keeps saying that to me. My dad keeps saying it's amazing, like you come out the other side or whatever. Like I haven't really gone into the whole fucking divorcey shit on here. But I did Daniel P. Carter's podcast the other day, and I unleashed, because it's like this is supposed to be about music, but Daniel P. Carter's one, I'm the guest, ask me. But yeah, it's I'm good in this 2021. I'm fine, but the carrot on the stick thing still gets me like clockwork. Every 3 weeks, I'll have a little dip. Oh yeah, I'm afraid it's not going to be today. It's like the government is a shit dad.
Have you...
Not going to the ball game today, guys. Sorry.
We'll be there next time. Have you, in your head, like written off this year for music? Live music?
I hadn't. At the end of last year, like clockwork, when they told us about the vaccine, I was like, oh, pretty cool. And now I see how it's being rolled out and how things are happening, and I'm like, potentially might not be happening this year. I'd like to think November.
That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
I mean, and the thing is, realism, us that know the music industry and know the conversations that are going on behind the scenes, us going, November would be nice. For people to hear that, they're probably crushed. They're like, what? What do you mean November?
No, November?
I heard April. I've got tickets for April.
No, I think Glastonbury fucking...
That was a big...
that
honestly,
hit hard.
Didn't it? I was immediately like, oh no.
Not Glastonbury.
But now I've personally written this year off like last year.
Yeah.
But in my head, I'm quietly confident for like maybe the odd festival, although Glastonbury was a fucking kicker. But maybe the end of the year.
I feel like some parts of Europe can have their shit together by then.
Here's what I hope happens, and I know this is the wrong thing to hope. I have to think about this very carefully. I hope everyone dies. No, that's not what I was going to say.
Do I mean this? Yes. Everyone needs to die.
No. I think the problem is that the vaccine companies ultimately care about money, so none of them are sharing the fucking recipe for a vaccine. Yeah. So that's why there's like 11 new one developed. Oh, why was it developed? Oh, because the other one wouldn't share with us life-saving secrets because it was the Colonel's secret fucking recipe.
The fucking spiced blend. This is the good
blend.
one. You cunts aren't having it.
No, sorry, you're not going to pay. Nah. So that's what's fucking slowing it down. So I feel like for music to happen, and I hope this happens, and I know it's the worst thing ever because I really hope it didn't have to happen, but like, so prime example, like when you go to South America or Southeast Asia with architects, do you get your vaccine on the NHS? No. You ask the NHS and they go, like for yellow fever or whatever, and they go, no, it's going to take 12 weeks. So you go somewhere private and it's fucking 100 quid or whatever, and then you can go on tour. If they're not going to fucking share with each other, then one of you cunts just make it private so I can get on with the fucking thing. Or so people, like, do you know what I mean? Fundamentally, I absolutely disagree with the concept. But if they really cared about human life, they would be sharing it with each other. They're doing it to profit, but they're doing it like secretly to profit. Like, guys, we come up with a new life-saving vaccine for everyone. Yep. There's only this many. Well, you ever thought about giving? We'll just give the recipe to the other.
Dish out the recipe, and we can have loads of it.
Yeah. Just pop it open source, Linux. Pop it on fucking YouTube. We'll all make vaccine. No. So they're shadily making money. Why not just do that out in the open? If
they'll still make a pretty penny.
Innit?
Yeah.
I get. They're like, it's disguised as like, we must get the most vulnerable, but also at the same time we must be paid. We must be paid for the most vulnerable. Why don't you just fucking share it, give everyone the fucking shit, and then there'd be abundant. The only thing that's stopping it would be time, and then just maybe let some people pay for the time.
It's fucking horrible.
As I say
It's
it
really
out loud,
rough.
I'm disagreeing with myself. Actually, that shouldn't fucking happen at all. But it's what happens with every other vaccine. I'm not in the wrong here. I talked myself into a corner, and now I disagree with myself.
Do you, like, as a... Lovely Pam. As a man that often quite frequently speaks out your opinions on things, do you feel a little bit like, I don't know about talking about COVID?
No, because in my head, the fuck up of all the governments except for Australia and New Zealand. I mean, Australia has its fuck ups, but the fuck up on government response has been so great that
Boris Johnson the other day is saying, we've done everything we could. It was literally like, you fucking what,
like,
mate?
Like, I think 99.99% of people know that is...
It's been mismanaged a little bit.
It's been mismanaged. So, like, you know, obviously it's horrible, but if I said something that was borderline, you shouldn't really be saying that. So, well, the government, the people that's supposed to fix things, shouldn't really be fucking everything up. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna make a fucking... Fuck, no. See, I ain't gonna make a joke about anyone.
It's a really difficult subject to talk about publicly, I think. Because I feel like the minute it's basically the same with most things these days. The minute you propose a conflicting view to the World Wide Web, you just get fucking bit to shreds.
You're going to drop some anti-mask on me. You're going to end it on that. Like, it's like these idiots wearing masks.
But like I've spoken with anti-maskers, and
have you got?
I know some
anti-masker. Do you? In fact, no, I know some as well, but I'm slowly weeding them out of my friends list because I'm like,
this is the thing. Like, I know some anti-maskers, and in principle, the anti-maskers are things like, just fucking put one on. Like, it's not that big an inconvenience. Like,
it's really not.
Right. But then when it comes to like people that are generally anti-lockdown, there's some discussions in there which I think carry a lot of weight, and then there's some parts of that don't carry a lot of weight.
Let me add to this. The anti-lockdown thing. So I'm actually, obviously, I know lockdown has to happen, right? I know it's to save lives. But when I see people vehemently annoyed at people breaking lockdown, and I've never seen that person be previously annoyed with the government flaunting lockdown rules, creating rules, and then driving to a fucking castle while you have the COVID virus. And then I see that person kicking off at someone who is just at their fucking, wit's end with everything. And it's like leading by example. It's like if you had a kid and it like, and it goes, the why do we only cross when the green man goes? And the mum's just like, just doesn't say anything. It's just like, whatever. And then the kid's out without its mum. It's never been told about the green man rule. And then there's no green man. See someone else crossing the road, crosses the road, gets fucking killed. It's the government's duty to explain why the laws are there and then lead by that example, and they didn't fucking do it.
Yeah,
so when people
that was
get
dog shit.
annoyed, when people get like really annoyed at people having a party or something, I'm not having parties, and I don't know anyone that's having parties, but I see people online like kicking off about parties, and I've never seen that person kick off about the government. I'm like, you've got the right energy, but you're pointing it at the wrong fucking people.
It feels like an easy stance to take.
Yeah.
Like,
because they're in the wrong. Having a party is wrong. You
For
shouldn't
sure.
be fucking doing it, but you can't blame some people for being fucking. For honestly, you can't blame some people for not believing it because of stuff like that. Because in any other walk of life, for the record, I fucking believe it, and I think we should be staying indoors and wearing masks and everything like that. But in any other walk of life, if you have someone in a position of power that says do this and then they do the fucking opposite, no one underneath them is trusting that person.
yeah.
So for people, you can't really blame them. You can be annoyed, but you can't be like, I hope you die annoyed, because
The people that
they're
are
just leading
making
by
the rules.
example.
Yeah.
It's a terrible fucking example. We're all kids with a shit fucking dad.
Yeah.
That's the analogy that's come round again. The government's a shit dad.
Change the subject, because
The album, maybe?
anything but the album. I've had a few WhatsApp groups where COVID chat's been outlawed because it would just fucking, WhatsApp groups are there to share memes
joy.
and have a laugh.
Share me, yeah.
Not fucking be like, have you seen this fucking shit? What are Stray up to at the moment? Like what does, what's the past couple of months look like for Stray? How much do you guys like stay in touch? Are you writing? Do you not want to talk about it?
Yeah, we got about five demos done, and then I don't know what we're going to do with them, but I talk to Tom a couple times a week. I talk to Drew a couple times a week. I tend to really only talk to Dragoneck on Instagram for some reason. Maybe it's a bassist. Maybe it's a bassist thing. Maybe it's a fucking bassist thing. I don't know. He always seems busy.
I've got some friends that I'd consider great friends that it's only Instagram DMs. And they're meaningful because you see something online and you think, you know what, that person would really like that.
Yeah. I talked to Tom about like business Stray shit. And then I talked to Drew about like his solo stuff. I talked to him and like, because Drew's in Europe time now because he lives in Europe. So
Drew is a French man now.
French Drew. So I like talk to him about French shit, and just because he's up at the same time as me, and then talk to Dragoneck on Instagram. That's about it. Just the same as you. I mean, you got an album coming out, but just respect for bringing one out because you ain't touring it.
We ain't touring that motherfucker.
Ain't fucking happening. What are you going to do?
We'll have to see how the rest of the year plays out and kind of read the room, so to speak. Because if it's going to be, this shit for another few months, then that kind of writes off the festival season. I think festivals already written off, aren't they? I don't know. Who am I to say?
I mean, the Glastonbury one was a big one, but it is the first festival of the season.
It is.
It's not, we could have we could have a Reading. I reckon we could possibly have a Reading.
Love a Reading. It'd be nice for
Reading's not beyond the realms of possibility. It's so far away.
Yeah, it's just speculation at the moment, though, isn't it? Like you can
speculation, and me and you can talk about this till we're blue in the face, and all we'll do is reduce ticket sales for struggling fucking festivals. So we probably should just say, I reckon they're going to happen.
Yeah, I remember last year just like oh, we're looking at doing this in this month. And it's like, that month rolls around. It's like, yeah, we're looking at doing this in a few months. A few months rolls around. It's like...
It was this time last year where it was just like, oh man, have you seen this COVID shit? Looks like we're going to have to move the Amity tour to July. And I was like, oh man,
no.
that sucks. Guess what? We're a year later and there's still no dates.
Feel more confused than ever.
Insane. Oi, on that note, I'm running out of fucking battery. We haven't talked about the album. I don't care.
I can only apologise to my
Sam.
band and
No, just to Sam.
The band won't give a fuck. The label won't give a fuck because I would only do it a disservice to promote the album.
I think we've had a lovely time. I think if anything, people have gone, fuck, Ali's funny. And if they haven't, they're idiots.
I feel like there's been a lot of fat but keto diet in it.
I don't give a fucking shit. I've had a lovely time.
I've had a lovely time.
Well, that's all anyone can ask for in these
Trying
strange times.
The new normal.
The new normal. I've had a lovely time in the new normal.
Yeah, me too.
With you.
Yeah. It's brightened up my Wednesday night.
Isn't it? I'm going to I'll probably put this on the internet near the time. What we'll do the professional part of it will be that I will put this out maybe a week before the album comes out.
Yeah, I think your original plan was to put it out on release day, but it would.
That's a terrible idea.
I think it would do sales a disservice.
Yeah, I mean, by the nature of sales. So I will do them the week before. Get a little boost. And if you've listened to this and you've thought, that was fun. In fact, if you giggled more than once, then you should buy For Those That Wish to Exist
Out.
by Architects.
Out
February 20?
Yeah.
4?
Ah, so close.
Is it 5th? Is it 5th?
6th.
6th.
Yeah.
I'm sure I said that.
We'll see. We'll see what the jury says. The jury being Sam. If anyone was hoping to listen to this and like get some real insight into the inner machinery of Architects,
you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah. Why did you think that for a start? And I'm sorry because it's probably provided you more questions than answers, if anything.
Ali is honestly top 5 favourite episodes knowing
your squad.
From a performing point of view, I've had just the best evening. I feel I've got frown lines from laughing. The opposite, I've got laughter lines.
I'm frowning so
I'm
hard.
also, I reckon I might actually be a little bit pissed as well.
Yeah, I'm 3 deep.
I shouldn't have had the shot. I had a shot before I did this. It's become like a thing where I just have like a loosen up shot.
Yeah, a bit of Dutch courage. Lovely. Yeah.
It's nice.
All right.
Love you.
Love you, mate. I'll speak to you soon.
Goodbye.
Ta-ra.